Welcome.
Welcome.
Let's see who's on the show tonight. Diane, how are you tonight?
Welcome,
Janice.
Diane. Janice.
Carol. Louise. Cheryl, welcome. West Virginia. Hey, Peggy, how are you doing tonight? Barb. Kathy, how are you? Hopefully the snow melted, or sort of. Carol, how are you? Another Carol. Hi. Kathy, how are you tonight?
Welcome.
Amber, how are you tonight?
Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got a new show and tell for you.
Hey, Terry, how are you? Karen, how are you tonight? We'll wait just a couple minutes, let people jump on. Looks like they're getting on there.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight. We can do our sound check while we're waiting.
Yeah, let's get a sound check, video check for Facebook and YouTube.
Let us know how those are working out.
Hey, Joyce, how are you? Darlene, how are you tonight? Kathy, welcome. Yeah, we like to have beautiful things for you. This is a pretty quilt.
This turned out really nice.
Yeah, it did.
Shall we do our announcements first?
Sound is good on Facebook in the picture.
Okay, great.
Don't have a check on YouTube yet.
Be sure and say hi. We have a giveaway tonight, and you have to comment to be eligible.
Let's see, any YouTubers tonight?
I was moving my
Can't
blocks.
go wrong with Batik, yeah. Hey, Teresa, how are you tonight?
Yeah. This has been popular. We might have to order more patterns.
Hey, Judy, how are you tonight? Yeah, that one is so beautiful. Hey, Laura, how are you tonight? Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Collecting some lint. Welcome.
Well, Joan, who are we?
We are Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, and qhq2.com. We do this every Tuesday from 6 to 7 Central, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate it if you like and share and follow and subscribe and notify. Do all the things with the buttons and let your friends know what we're doing here, because this is a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun with this show.
Hi, Greg. How are you tonight?
We are on
Carla?
block 6 of our sew-along.
So, anyone new? Sew-along started. Do we have a...
We are on block 6.
Post the link to the picture.
Yeah, block 6.
So week 6. So still time for anyone to catch up. Of course, they could join pretty much any time, really. I don't know,
Really?
kits-wise, if we have any available.
I think 4 or 5 left. 4 or 5 seats left. So once those are gone, they are gone.
We wouldn't be able to send you a kit, but if you had your own fabric, you could download the pattern.
Pattern is up there and
sew
free
along.
to download, and the new one is on the website. Actually, I'm prepared tonight, so.
Hey, Cindy. Hey, welcome, Tom. How are you tonight?
So let's get started with announcements. January 11th through 13th, that's tomorrow, is the sewing retreat. Spend 3 days sewing. Cost is $50. You get your classroom. It's nice and toasty in there. January starts the OESD Embroidery Club. This is an in-person class. Its next one is January 14th at Windmill, 10 to 12:30. And Quilters HQ, January 14th, 1:30 to 4. Cost is $25 per class, or $250.
Hey, Beth. Hey, Mary.
Plus your supplies. The supplies are not included in the class fee. My first t-shirt quilt, January 20th through February 10th. That'll be a great class. Sign up now for that. That's $60 for 4 sessions, and you might have one in time for all of the graduations coming up in May.
Isn't that a rush, yeah?
It's unbelievable, right? Not Your Basic Blue Bag. This is $40, and it is January 26th, 10 to 4. By project bag. Those are awesome. I need like a bunch of these. Cost is $35. February 25th, 10:30 to 3 at Quilters HQ. New date for Bin the Bear.
Thank you, Tom.
And this is going to be February 17th through March 3rd, 12:30 to 3 at Quilters HQ. Cost is $45 for all 3 sessions.
Hey, Georgia, how are you tonight?
AccuQuilt Club, 3rd Thursday every month. We are finishing our project this month. February is going to start we're doing a demo lecture on how to convert patterns magazine patterns to your cube system. So you don't want to miss that one. It is free, and we do go live on Facebook and YouTube, so be sure and join us for that one.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
That'll be at 10:30 February.
Hosted
3rd
by
Thursday.
You, right?
That's my class. I teach that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Vicki, how are you?
Quilting Ruler Club, 3rd Saturday monthly from 1 to 3 p.m. This class is taking off.
Hey, Patsy.
Free Sew Friday. I've been talking a lot about finishing up UFOs. This is not one of my UFOs. And now I'm trying to get through a mountain of just disorganized, cluttery fabrics, but too big to throw away and just in piles. So that's not fun. AQS Branson, March 22nd through the 25th. That is at the convention center. The Branson Convention Center was a great show last year, so be sure and come down and visit us.
It's a lot of work to put those together.
It is a lot of work.
I've been on the phone considerably, and so is Judy.
Ad Astra Shop Hop, March 30th through April 1st. So that'll be fun. I'll have to follow up on that. I don't think I've received the blocks yet. Might have today? I haven't made it through my email.
A couple days ago,
I think. Let's see. One of the classes that I did want to tell you about that you don't want to wait to sign up for is the Serger 1 class. New dates, 3 new dates. Thursday, March 16th through May 4th. These are I think they're on Saturdays. June 1st through July 20th and June 3rd through July 22nd. And I'm telling you about those now because they always fill up and sell out. And that is one that it's really kind of hard to go over with the number of students because it is a beginner class and a lot of people are not familiar with their serger. Cost for that class is $120 and it's 8 weeks in a row. So it's 8 sessions. You do a lot in that class. And so sign up now. Don't wait. Sign up now. Because that one will fill up and you'll have to wait till June or July. Hard to believe we're talking about June already.
That's a ways out there.
Okay. So, everything else is pretty far out there. I'm not going to go into it. But be sure and check the website because classes are all the way out through June. There might be something that you want to take.
So, I mean, I think we have some interest in the distance classes with some embroidery online type stuff. So we're going to work on that. I know Judy's kind of putting some thought in there as well. We're going to come together and see what we can do based on what instructors we have and things like that. So yeah, that's usually the hard,
it's kind of hard
part.
to do an online and in-person class because the people in the classroom it's easier to focus on them. So we are talking about doing something with this show online for embroidery. It'll be fun. Yeah. So
hey Gail, hey Debbie, how are you tonight?
So this little beauty is a kit that we just got in. These are fabrics that we just got into the store. This was a super easy quilt to make. It goes together really quick. I think between Vicki and Rebecca, they sewed this together in a day.
The colors really came out well.
Yeah.
So.
And it is batik, and the black fabric is also batik. And then we quilted it with, this is called Axle, the quilting pattern. So this is a really gender-friendly quilt. And then we quilt, this is some backing fabric that we had in stock. And the quilt with the pattern is $69.99, which is a great price. This is a great size. It is 58 by 77. This is just going to fly together if you want something that's really easy. You need a gift for somebody that's, you know, has a birthday coming up. This is perfect. Beautiful quilt. And if you're local, you can come in store and see it in person. If you want one of the kits, comment Make It Mine. Bobbles. That's the name of this quilt pattern. And it comes with the fabric. Backing is not included. And I don't believe binding is included. So comment Make It Mine, and we'll get one of these on the way to you. Let me just get this cleared out and we will start our block. Okay, block 6 is a lot of flying geese. And so be sure, and when you're making these and you're doing your cutting, be sure and read through the entire cutting instructions for all of these. The only thing you want to watch out for on this is blocks, pieces E and F. They are exactly the same size as the pieces that you're going to use to make all these flying geese. And the flying geese are made in squares, so it makes it a little bit easier to put them together. But the difference is the way these are cut, your bias is on the insides of these. And so these will go on the very outside of the block, so we don't want bias edges on the outside of our block. So keep these 8 pieces separate when you're doing your pieces. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pretty easy block to sew together. I know that if you look at the directions, all of the white and red pieces go together all the same way. And the pattern is out there to download, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Just making sure that my grunge pieces are facing the right way. We're going to get through this one with no mistakes tonight. That's no fun. I said, I don't know if you heard, but Robert just laughed. And again, I like to put my needle down when I'm piecing these so that I can just slide this right up next to the guide on my foot.
Hey Cecilia, how are you tonight?
And then right up next to the needle.
Tom informs me that my first block is done, so I feel pretty good.
Awesome.
My progress is good.
Yeah, these are fairly easy, and we can just kind of fly through these. And then we'll use our presser tool to open them up. So hopefully tonight we'll get through this one pretty quickly. So is everybody caught up with their blocks?
How are you tonight?
Thanks for joining us. We are doing block 6 of our 30-week sew along. Any questions about the blocks so far that we've done?
Yep, send them in and we'll throw them out.
Yep.
Got the year started. We're raring to go.
Yeah.
Energized.
I have like 6 or 7 quilts here ready to be quilted. I just have to pick out backing fabric, and we are doing a sale on quilting services. If you drop off your quilt, it's 15% off. Is that right, Robert?
Yep. Before the end of the month.
Before the end of the month.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, some of you are just getting your blocks because we hold them until.
Yep, if you're just getting them, be sure and review the instructions for last week for the cutting. It can be kind of confusing on the directions. Read through all of the cutting directions before you start cutting. Because last week they had they combine the shapes, so you might be cutting out like a red one and a pink one, and it's the same shape, so it's the same letter, but they're saying cut 3, but you're only cutting 2 of one color and 1 of another color. So be sure and read through those directions.
So you had a question come in. Out-of-state people can send their quilts in to be quilted.
Yes, ship it to Quilters HQ. Our address is on the website. There is a calculator on the website as well that you can put in the dimensions of your quilt, and it'll give you a total. And it'll send us an email, and there's a couple of fields in there that have to be filled in, and you can just, one of them is quilt received by, and you can just put your initials in there. And yeah, we'll
Make sure your contact info's in there, so if your quilter has any questions. And
yep. And then we will contact you for shipping back once it's ready. We'll contact you for payment and return shipping.
How would you recommend they ship it? Just box and
yeah,
make
put
sure
it in a plastic bag and
Okay.
tape that bag up, because bless all of our delivery people, because they do a wonderful job, but you never know what happens. It could be raining that day. So put it in a plastic bag, put the plastic bag in a box, or one of the post office makes bags that are plastic, and you can just put it inside of there.
Hey Patty, welcome to the show.
Now I'm going to piece these together. So these are all, I just need to turn my pattern around, so I'm making sure that I am facing the right direction on these. So they are going to go together like this.
Is it the rainy season down there, Patty? And you have another question.
Okay.
How many colors are this week? It looks like 4, but wondering if it's just 3.
It is 3. It looks like 4, but well, 4 if you include white.
Yeah, so Beth, it's 4 if you include white, 3 if you're not including the white one.
Yep. Oops. Nope, don't want to do that. Almost messed up. But I didn't. Caught it just in time. So I'm sewing these pieces together. This is the corners of our block. And yeah, so they're going to be like this, and I think I did them backwards anyway. How can I do that backwards? I did. So this one will be right and that one will be wrong.
A lot of rain. Yeah, well that's good. Getting rain in Southern California.
Yeah, it
Bet
really
you need that.
Doesn't rain there a lot. That's mostly desert. Okay. I said we were going to make it through without having to pick anything out, but I was wrong.
Hey Donna, how are you? Happy New Year to anyone who hasn't been on the show.
Is this our first show of the new year?
No, the second one.
Little too. Let's take this out really quick.
All right, good. A lot of people have finished block 1, so
Great.
they got them. So working on moving through the rest of the blocks.
Be sure and send pictures when you have them. Helps motivate people when you see completed blocks already done. You want to catch up. I do. I think these are wearing out. They don't clip very well.
Oh no, the snips are wearing out.
I know. It's time for a new pair. We do use them a lot because we use those to proof our quilts once we quilt them.
Yeah, Beth, you could send them on Facebook Messenger, or you could send it to my email, molly@quiltershq.com.
No, I just did all of them wrong. We're going to figure it out. I might just make mine backwards. Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Patty's on it. She's had 4 done before she left for vacation. She's in Rotan, Honduras.
Nice. Okay, let's clip all of these apart and press our seams.
So Barb wanted to know what tool you were using there.
These are
Snips?
6-inch snips. I do like it because it has a little hook on the tip of them, and I think they're around 29.
6-inch,
Yep. I know they make a lot of versions of that, and they're really nice. For proofing quilts, you can hook onto those threads that are just, so say you had a thread break and you buried some threads or sewed some threads, you can just hook onto it and pull it out and clip it. And I think Robert's looking for them. We can post a link to them. And so you're going to press these towards your dark fabric. Are we out of them? Okay. We will get more in, so just save them for next week. This is the multifunction finger presser tool. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
I think Donna's on too.
We call it the doohickey.
The person who nicknamed the tool.
Yep. I do use this at home too because it's really convenient to not have to get up and walk to the ironing board to press all of these.
Yeah, Carol, that is the DX4000 from Juki.
We have 1 or 2 classroom machines left.
I think we have 2.
So we have special pricing on those. All of their good sales ended.
Yeah, I'm working on another one.
We're working on another one. There were some really good promotions. This is kind of a cheater method of making flying geese.
I don't know if there's such thing as cheating, is there?
Well,
A different.
different. We'll call it different.
Hey, Joan, how are you tonight?
Hi, Joan.
Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight?
And I'm going to see if this will work. I'm going to see if I can just sew my quilt block backwards, because I pieced all of my quilt blocks, these, backwards. So let's trim these up and we'll do some layouts here. And I'm trimming these off because I'm using a presser foot with a guide, and these dog ears would get caught in the guide if I didn't. Plus it keeps your quilt back tidy. So let me know your thoughts if we did an embroidered sew along. I don't think we would do it live, but would you rather do that weekly or monthly? We talked about it last week and there was a lot of interest in doing a embroidered quilt, which I love doing embroidered quilts. But would you rather do it weekly or monthly?
Got one weekly, one monthly. Either one. So we got 2 votes and 1 on the fence. And another monthly from Cheryl.
Okay, let's do layout. Well, let's trim these first. I'm committed now because I trimmed it. Okay.
Not sure the question, but we're in Overland Park, Kansas. Weekly, monthly,
Okay.
and monthly. So it's a pretty
One
good
a month.
split so far.
So I made a mistake. What a shock. So this is backwards from what the pattern is showing. So if you make this the same mistake where you sew these together the wrong way, so I should have sewed these 2 sides together to make it exactly like the pattern, but it doesn't matter. So you can just rearrange your layout to make sure that all of your dark pink blocks are on the same side. So we need 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So that's that section. And then Oops. Oops. That. And then it switches to keep grabbing the wrong piece. And then these. So this is definitely one that you want to lay out before you start sewing it together, because the way the pattern is, these colors rotate sides. It's almost like a little bit of a pinwheel. 2, 1, 2. Let's press these. And then these are going to go right here. So there's our block starting to come together.
Hey Lana, how are you tonight?
I think I have something backwards. Yep.
Yeah, lights up and down, lights that way, and that way.
Yep.
All colored ones.
This is
Those, yes.
this way.
Yeah, and then flipped on the bottom. It's really important to get your pieces lined up, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Plus it's mirrored, so 3, 2, 2, 2, 3.
And that part right there.
No, it's mirrored. So so you're looking at this part right here is that part right there.
Gotcha.
But you should have one row, your center row, just like this, all the way down. And then these two, actually this piece right here doesn't match this way. Does that make sense to everybody? So see in the pattern, you've got, I'll use my pointer. So see in the pattern, so like on these, on this row, they're all matching. So these are all the same, and then these are all of the same. These are the same, these are the same. But when you get to these side rows here, it alternates. So this is not the same color. So you're going to have 4 in one row and 3 in these rows. So it looks kind of confusing when you lay it out, but so on mine, this is the long row. So these two. So you have 2 here, that's 2 here. And then this one is just the opposite. Okay, piecing. So we're gonna go slow and take our time and not piece any of these together incorrectly. Oops, the thread came out.
Well, that never happens to anyone.
Oh, your thread doesn't stay threaded? That happens to everybody. When you cut your thread so short, which I just did. Okay. And I did have a little bit of a chuckle because they called it nestling instead of nesting in the pattern. I think it means the same thing. Nestle together. Make sure your seams nestle. Sounds like something lovebirds do.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Thanks, Peggy. That's funny. Wonder if they did that on. Well, she said person, but I think she
On purpose?
because they're flying geese.
Maybe so.
LOL.
They are flying geese, so
Maybe they're nestled.
they're nestled geese.
Oh, how much fun we have on the show.
Nestle just
Tuesday entertainment.
sounds like it's an old word, doesn't it? Nestle?
Yeah, that's it does. You don't hear it every day unless you're
Quilting here with us.
Nestle.
See, I did read through the pattern before I started. Just making sure my seams are all nestled the right way. I'm
That's
having
right.
fun with that.
Yeah, now you gotta have fun with it, right?
Yep.
Oh no, I think it's functioning really well, Beth. You're on it.
I just want to get these two laid out so that I can figure out which way to nestle these seams, because this is like, yeah, like so.
Well, this is make it so, but
Make it so. And then let's redo this one. The nice thing about doing this way with this tool, you can just super easy go back and change the direction of that seam. Okay.
that is nice.
It is. When you press them, you gotta really put some steam or something on it to make sure it goes the other way. I am gonna do all of these before I move on to piecing them together, just so that at this point I know that my seams are correct. In the direction that my geese wings are flapping. I wish you could see what I see every day, because every time we do this show, because Robert is very animated.
No.
Yes.
There's no animation. I wish you could see this screen. There's like little stitches moving on it.
It does. It moves the stitches with the screen actually shows you what the sewing machine is doing. It's very cool.
And it shows your nestle position. Oh, that's needle position.
Nestle needle.
Now they want to see it.
Now they want to see it. Okay, well, you're going to have to come around to this side here in just a minute.
So when she starts sewing, we'll see this little thing starts sewing along.
So I'm going to take my pieces, these pieces, and start with those. And we're just going to nestle that seam. Such a fun word.
Can everybody see the stitches? All right.
Okay.
Here we go. We have liftoff. We're at the launch pad. See it? It's just like going up.
All those stitches, yep.
Little animation. It'd be funny if some little characters came on there and like started talking to you. Oh, there you go. See, lower your pressure foot.
Yeah, you can't use the cutter. So
Oh, see, it tells you. Hey.
So when you hear that little beep, that's what the machine's telling me. Hey, you need to do this.
Oh, hey, there's Molly.
There's Molly. That is a really handy feature when you're doing decorative stitches, because you can see where you are in the stitch.
No, Kathy, it's not just a straight needle machine. That one can do
Lots and lots of
Lots of
stitches. And you can edit the stitches and save them. So we've been using this machine for several of the blocks that we've done. I think I did the first one on a different machine. But every time...
790, we've used the...
Yep. And so all of my little settings here are saved on the machine. So I've got my presser foot pressure saved. I've got my stitch length saved. All of that good stuff. This is coming together really nicely. Look how sharp my points are. That was my one bragging moment. I won't do that anymore. Oop, this needs to go the other direction.
Beth said you should brag about your points being so good.
Hey, I am not always this good, but...
See? Molly's kind of shy, so...
Yeah, I think this is the first time you've actually been live on the show, Molly.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Make It So.
I did those wrong. I don't know how I did that, but I did.
You know, someday, Joan, we're going to have to figure out how many shows we've done, because we've been doing this is our 4th year now?
I think so. So that's at least somewhere in the 200s, right?
I would think so, yeah.
We haven't missed many. Couple. Vacation.
Maybe 6 shows. think we missed more last year than we ever have.
We had a lot of travel for the business last year.
Hey, Virginia, how are you? Got a new little photo there for you. Hopefully you had a good holiday. I don't remember if you were on last week, so Happy New Year. Yeah, that's true. Kathy's been on here. I know Beverly's been on here from pretty close to the start. So
Yeah, a lot of people have been with us for a long time, and
you guys
we're
are
so
great.
grateful for the friendships that we've built in this business.
Looks really cool, doesn't it?
It does.
Can make little, what'd you call them? Streamers or something? Or
Like a party banner.
party banners? So your flying geese can just be partying banners.
Geese are mean.
They do. They seem a little territorial, especially when they got the little ones.
Yeah. I got a funny story about geese. So I worked at this not marketing company. It was an investment company. I did IT for them, and they had these big windows, and it was over off of Shawnee Mission Parkway, and they have ponds and stuff over there. And so for geese, you do this, right? You make yourself bigger, and the geese will turn around and run away, but you got to watch when you turn your back, because once you turn your back, then they start running up on you again. And so I was going into work into the building, and this goose, I don't know if it was a male goose or what, but he was running up on me like he was going to start flogging me with his wings. So I did that and turned around to walk away because he took off, and then he turned around and started doing it again. And so I got to my desk, and then later somebody came by and said, "Why were you flashing the goose?" I was like, I wasn't flashing a goose, but that's funny. But yeah, I was getting into this,
Dominance thing.
dominance thing with this goose, one of those Canadian geese that just hang out here in Kansas City year round.
He might have just been down here visiting, and he picked up an attitude before going home.
He's like, not friendly, not friendly.
There's a bunch of flashers down here.
Why am I flashing? Why am I flashing the geese? I'm like, really? That's what you saw? You didn't see the goose trying to flog me.
Carrie was saying her grandson calls them possessed ducks.
Possessed ducks, not far off there.
Exorcist or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
they can be very aggressive.
Hey, Lucinda, how are you?
But if you make yourself bigger, they'll turn around and go away. I mean, when was the last time you saw a goose try to flog a cow?
Kathy said, well, you could have invited him to lunch.
As the main course, right?
Yes.
I agree with that. Okay, so these we're just going to piece on like this, and I'm going to start from this corner down here. And so once I get it lined up,
Yeah, they do leave a trail.
do leave a trail.
Thread of the month club.
Thread of the month. Are you going to do the thread of the month?
I think so.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes.
Let's see. The thread of the month is 6733. And what's the color called?
Twilight.
Twilight. That's right.
Did anybody else in Kansas City see that beautiful sunset? It was like almost this color of the
Cool.
sky, and then a really bright fuchsia orangish color. It was a beautiful sunset tonight.
So 6733. Molly posted it. If you're in the club, you get what?
20% off. If you're not in the
20%.
club, it's 15.
Okay. There you go. Get your colors. Refill your stash.
I'm feeling good. Mistakes were made, but it's coming together nicely.
And we do have a giveaway tonight too. Somewheres. Okay. So can she do it? 8 minutes.
I can do it.
Never tell her the odds.
I'm good. We got less than 8 minutes of sewing left.
I like this. So Kathy said mistakes are called creative challenges.
Well, you saw how I overcame mine, right?
And she said, ask her how she knows.
We all know about these creative challenges.
Yep, anytime that you're down here, Kathy, we would be happy to go to lunch. Maybe we'll have geese.
Oh, there's a couple places you can have goose in Kansas City. I don't know if it's Canadian goose. I doubt it, but... I would say they're pretty well tolerated here in town. There was a nesting pair by one of the shopping centers, and they put out little pylons for them so that
People didn't hit them.
people didn't like mess with them. Those geese are really mean. He's just prowling looking for people to scold. Okay. So I'm going to make sure that my center seam is lined up here. And oh my gosh, I got lucky. They're all nesting. Nestling here.
Nestling, yep.
Yeah. And this seam. Now if I was at home, I might actually put some glue down on this or a couple of pins, but we're just going to wing it. See what I did there?
Oh, see, yeah. Judy was saying there was like 100 of them over by her house the other day, and there was a convention.
A convention. Yeah.
They actually have special services that you can hire. They come around with a border collie and they run them all off.
Yeah?
I don't know what he charges, but
That's probably the best way to do it. I mean,
the border collie loves the job.
Border Collie has fun. The geese move on without being, overly traumatized.
So Kathy was asking you, do you use glue instead of the pins?
I do. I don't like to sew over my pins because you hit a pin, you got to change a needle, and you know, I'm
Get
not
pinned down.
not pretending to be a really good sewer here, but I do make a lot of mistakes, and so gluing, you've seen how many times I've had to take things out because I sewed the wrong side. When you glue, you know which side you're sewing. You don't hit pins, and Acorn Precision Piecing Products makes a really nice product, and it's one drop of glue anywhere you would pin, and then you just put that under your iron for a second, and then you can just fly through the piecing.
Did you catch that, Kathy? The acorn glue?
Acorn Precision Piecing. We do sell it here. I want to say it's like $7.
Yeah, we just got some.
A little bit goes a long way too, but it has one of those little micro applicator tips where it's really, really thin. This turned out excellent.
$12.99.
$12.99 for it. And it's a little bottle. It's about that big, but it lasts you months on months. So, yeah.
I think it's the one you brought in there.
Nope.
Okay.
It's up on the little black spinny thing on the counter.
Oh, this is the Easy Press pin.
That's the Easy Press pin. So there's our block, and not bad for having made mistakes. And I'll put this under the iron and press it and be ready for the next one. Next one is a Dresden, so that'll be fun. So let's go ahead and do our giveaway. Our giveaway is compliments of Bernina tonight.
I think that other one is $8.99.
$8.99.
Okay.
I thought it was somewhere in there. And it is a travel bag. These are nice. Lots of room inside. And this is the Cape Fabrics. So, yeah. Who doesn't want a Cape bag that says Bernina?
Some people might not be Bernina.
Well, some people might not be a Bernina,
So-
but it's Cape. And so, fun little bag. So we just need
So how many of you would like a Bernina bag?
It's good just to have stuff, like if you're going to retreat, this will fit quite a bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's big enough, you could fit your blocks in there too. I just love the color. Kind of matches our block.
Well, it's worth asking the question, right? They're all going, me, you duh. I don't know if Carrie's on.
Is she?
I forgot to ask her.
Huh?
Let's see. Carrie. Oh, did she? Okay.
posted
I was
it.
like, I don't know if she's on. We may have to do a drawing here, Molly. We're going to have to put everybody in the digital hat.
Who's our winner?
Karen. Caryn
Karen
Collins Brown.
Collins Brown. Congratulations. If you have not shopped with us before, or you claimed one of the kits for that quilt that we showed earlier, please go to quiltershq.com, click on register for Joan Sews, and put in your information so we can get your gift on its way to you. And if you ordered kits, we will get those on the way to you too. And I think that's us for tonight.
Okay.
So,
As always.
change your needle, check your thread path, and oil your hook. And there was one other one we added there too. And that was for long arms.
Check the thread path, oil your hook.
Yep.
Change your needle. Yeah, it was probably a long arm one.
I think it was a long arm one.
If we forgot, somebody post.
Somebody post it. Thank you for
First
joining
three are
us tonight. And if we don't see you sooner, we will see you next Tuesday.
Woohoo!
Good night, everyone.